And welcome to this Lithia Superstore broadcast. In case you're wondering what happened and why we're sitting here for so long, there has been a failure on the part of the officials to show up for the game. And we're waiting for them. They told us it would be 15 minutes before they got here, which was done and over with by now. And then they said it'd be 5 minutes, but we haven't seen them in the last 5 minutes either. So we have really no idea when the game is going to get started. But we are here at Dutch Brothers Soccer Complex in Grants Pass, and as soon as the officials show up and we actually get this game underway, we'll open the microphone back up again and talk to you and bring you the game live. But in the meantime, we're just waiting around for the officials as you're looking at the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by US Cellular at Siskiyou, a presentation of TableRockSports.net. This is Terry Ross with Table Rock Sports, welcoming you to this Lithia Superstore game of the week. We're finally ready to get this underway. I think there's been a bit of a delay here, but I am Terry Ross coming to you live from Dutch Brothers Soccer Complex at Grants Pass, Oregon. We thank you for joining us for today's game. We're pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net in partnership with I believe it's the Sutherlin School District that is actually hosting this, but Sutherlin Medford School Districts and our participating community business partners. Our sponsors keep these events free for fans to enjoy. Please let them know you appreciate their support, and please support Table Rock Sports by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search Table Rock Sports, and click on the red subscribe button. In the Bill's Glass Coaches Corner, brought to you by Bill's Glass, the clear choice in Southern Oregon for almost 50 years. What we have here is a semifinal game between 8 teams that won their various conferences in girls soccer and have got together to play this little 8-team tournament. You'll see the official meeting with the captains right in front of us. Sutherlin, the Bulldogs, come in 9-1 overall. They won their conference. Their league was a 6-1 record. And St. Mary's comes in 6-2 overall, and they won 4-0 in league play. St. Mary's got here by winning Tuesday 8-1 over Brookings Harbor at U.S. Cellular Field in Medford, Oregon. Sutherlin got a bit of a pass as their opponent was unable to put a team on the field, and so they just were passed right on into the semifinals. The winner of this game will play on Saturday against Pleasant Hill and Pleasant Hill's opponent. I know his name I have forgotten. Maybe we'll look it up here in a little bit. But they will be playing later. There's a coin flip right there in front of us. Just wait a minute here. So Sutherlin will be starting with the ball, and they'll be going right to left. And I think that if I have it right, St. Mary's will be going left to right across your screen. So that'll be St. Mary's going left to right. Anyway, Sutherlin got a free pass into the semifinals because they couldn't field a team, but they will play either Pleasant Valley or Pleasant Valley's opponent, and those two teams will be meeting later, and we'll get you some of those details in a little bit later, maybe at halftime, but they'll be meeting later tonight. I believe that game starts at 7, so we won't know until sometime later tonight or tomorrow as to who's they're actually going to play. Have to win this one first, though, or all of they just said about playing on Saturday doesn't make any difference. So Coach's Corner is brought to you by Bill's Glass. They're locally owned, family-run. Bill's Glass at Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass. So we'll read it here, or we'll get ready to get going. And I'll watch the official and see if we can't get the clock started somewhat with him. And I realize for those of you that, well, my clock did something different here. Hold on here. So, well, you won't have a clock because it fouled up on me. So we'll just kind of keep track a little bit. We'll be able to figure it out as it's just a running clock anyway, and we started at about 4:17. So if you're trying to figure it out, about 4:57 will be the end of the first half. The St. Mary's right now finding the ball on their side of the field, and now they get it passed. And there's a pass through that Ashland will chase down and then send it back to Reed. Sutherlin in blue will take control. Boy, the Sutherland team just won't let it over the midcourt. There's a shot. Nope, it's going to be batted away out of there by Glasser. Here comes Dobry. Right down the line. Into the middle to Gibbs. Back to Dobry, who tried to hit Gibbs. Couldn't do it. There's West going after it. Dole is also there for St. Mary's. They've got it under control. There's a shot that goes off the sidebar. Here comes St. Mary's again. Another shot, but this time Magana is going to grab that.
Hold on one sec. Yes. Oh, take the big board off.
Oh, always forget that.
Yeah, he's on it. Yeah, no problem.
Tell him I always forget that one. I apologize to the fans for having the big board up there so you couldn't see anything. Sutherland's got it out there in the corner, way, way, way deep. That'll go off of Sutherland. That's off of Madison Wagner. Headed away, and it'll be Sutherland ball. That's one of those situations where I had a soccer coach explain to me that when two players are there and one both can actually head that ball, they both are expected to go after it. St. Mary's didn't in that case, and out of bounds it goes. A little confusion, but now that's going to be Ganges at inbounds for St. Mary's. Sutherland has it back down on the Crusader end of the field. St. Mary's needs to figure out how to get that turned around. St. Mary's trying to get control of the soccer ball. Or Dobry getting it ahead to Gibbs. Gibbs fires on goal. Yes, goal! So just like that, St. Mary's will grab the 1-0 lead. And about 5 minutes into the game, too. So Gibbs gets it in quickly for the Crusaders. And we're right back at it. Out of bounds it goes. Chasing it down is Vermillion for Sutherlin. Dobry out to the side to Hatfield. Hatfield racing down, trying to get it through. Can't do it. That's right. Dobry's there. They're going to put it up in the air. West chasing it down. Dole chasing it down. Dole has it. There's a pass through. Dole trying. She's got it on it down towards the end line. Centers it up, and it's knocked out of there by Sutherland. So the Bulldogs playing a little bit of defense that time. Gibbs will be inbounding for the Crusaders to Dobry. Gallardo. And Ashland will take it away as Ganges chased it down and got it to Ashland. Third to the other side of the field goes Sutherland. Oh. That'd be offside, I believe. So Sutherland will take it and put it back in motion. There's a good long kick. Reed will get on it. Right there trying to get a hold of it was Paige Edmondson for the Bulldogs, but Reed got there first. There's Dobry. Through to Hatfield, and now it's down into the West hands, but Magana comes out and knocks it away, and there it is. And that's a goal! Oh. That's a goal by Dobry, that time from way out, as Magana made the mistake of coming out. And Dobry just put it right over her head. Some substitutions taking place, so that took place with about 9 to go. We have a bit of a stoppage. All right. We're backing up. All right, back at it. Pardon us while the noise comes by, because they're working on the racetrack. getting reorganized. If we kind of shuffled a little bit, have to lean forward to see, but we're way down in the corner. Today's game is brought to you in part by My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Morning motivation, crunching your lunch, and fuel for your road trip begins with My Circle K. This is a corner kick for the Sutherlin Bulldogs. They've got it in there, but knocking it out of bounds is Gibbs. So Sutherlin will set up again, but they are deep in St. Mary's territory. Right out there at midfield, Sutherlin had it going for a moment, but lost it there temporarily. There's a long shot, batted away by Reed, but let me tell you what, barely. I almost ended up in the net. Now St. Mary's gets it out of there. Trying to get it going that time was Fernandez, but couldn't get it quite down to where she wanted it. St. Mary's tried to set up and start over with this. Dole on the outside into Gibbs. Gibbs over to Dobry, who sends it on ahead, but nobody's there. Magana will grab it. There goes St. Mary's again. There's another one. Goal! That one by Fernandez. And that one comes at about the 14-minute mark in the first half. So St. Mary's scoring early and scoring often. 3-0. I guess we should fix my scoreboard. 3-0. That makes it 3-0. St. Mary's on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Here goes the Crusaders again. Don't know if they'll be able to do it. Now Fernandez is trying to chase that one down, but couldn't get to it. And out of bounds it goes. St. Mary's will inbound it deep in Sutherlin territory. Couldn't quite get it off the bounce as it bounced up and over the foot of Hatfield that time. She was the only one there. I don't even think the goalkeeper was in attendance of the goal. Cross field. It goes to Dole, back to Gibbs. Gibbs gets it through to Dobry, who didn't get it through, but it's saved. Hatfield. It's going to go out of bounds. Last substitution was Mariah Sands went in for Sutherlin. Oh. Magana knocked that one up into the air while the tractor was going by. It almost went into the goal. She managed to track it down and keep that from happening. Here's Dobry pushing it. Nope. Magana has that one on a bounce. Short punt. St. Mary's is there. Dobry, couldn't get beat to the ball. Glasser that time. There's a long boot down the other way. Is going to result in Mia Castillo catching up with it. Crusaders set up and try to get on the other side of the field again. Here they go. Glasser had it. Over to West. In the middle to Dobry. Dobry trying to get it ahead. Can't do it. Sutherland's going to take the ball away momentarily. Trying to get that one through all the way was Edmondson. Sutherland with it down on the far right corner. The official will say that it goes against Sutherland. Be St. Mary's ball. And here comes again. Couple of substitutions coming in for Sutherland is Kaya Stevens, and coming in is Riker Rothfuss for St. Mary's. Ahead to Fernandez, over in the middle to Rothfuss, nope, taken away. Back in the middle to Glasser. To Rothfuss. Back to Fernandez, who will send it clear across field to Dole, to Gibbs. Yeah, Gibbs gets ridden off the ball. Here comes the Bulldogs the other direction. And Mia Castillo will booted out of bounds, allowing the Crusaders time to set up a defense. And that one goes out of bounds, so St. Mary's will inbound it. Ooh. Gibbs almost reached down with, touched that one with the hand, but managed to avoid hands. There's Dobry. Dobry gets it through, but Magano will grab it. 3-0 ball game. St. Mary's Crusaders scored those points in a hurry. Played about 23 minutes of the first half. Got off to a bit of a late start. Still only operating with one official. They keep assuring us that even before the game started here late that there were more officials coming. There's Rothfuss trying to chase it down, but Sutherlin's going to get control of it. Here comes a substitution in. Gallardo is back into the game, coming in for Gibbs. So far the game really has been evenly played in terms of what side of the field we've been on. If my eyeballs are correct, it's been pretty evenly matched there. Just that with Sutherlin has had it close. They haven't been able to take advantage of that yet. Here comes the famous tractor by again. So we'll wait and let the tractor make its noise. Coming into the game is Madison Mckinney for Sutherlin, replacing Kaya Stevens. Rothfuss sends it way down. Hernandez on the run, but can't get there. Sutherlin gets it going the other direction. Offside. It'll be Sutherlin ball. This Dutch Brothers soccer complex is on the middle infield of the Grants Pass Downs horse racing track. The track is to the outside, but inside is soccer fields. Pretty sure they don't allow the horses on the soccer field. Ashland kicks that one ahead. There's Rothfuss. Sutherlin will send it back the other way. Ooh. That time missing it. And goes out of bounds. McKinney missed it. Not McKinney, I'm sorry. Henson missed it. And went out of bounds off of St. Mary's. And again, out of bounds off of, this time, Sutherlin. There's now Sutherland has it sent through, but Gagnes is going to make sure there's no harm done by getting to the ball first. And it's going to go out of bounds. Nope. They keep it in. Still down there on the St. Mary's side of the field. Sutherland trying to work it in for a shot. There's a sort of a shot, and there's another one sitting it across the field. Trying to get it back turned around and firing wide right is Edmondson for Sutherland. Fans, you can help keep Table Rock Sports in the game by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Search Table Rock Sports at youtube.com and click on the red subscribe button to help us continue to cover the action. As they're setting this up, it's going to be a kick for St. Mary's. Dobry, but can't do anything with it. Sutherland back down the other way. Gallardo sends it ahead. Trying to chase it down, but couldn't, was Atfield. Please thank our great sponsors who make this great high school athletic action available for you, including our title sponsor, Lithia Superstore Jeep Dodge Chrysler. Visit lithiasuperstore.com to find your next ride. There's a shot on goal, batted down by Magana. I got two hands on that one, just batted that one right down to the ground, and there's a punt. St. Mary's is going to control. Maybe. Long boot. But there's nobody there but Sofia Castillo. There goes Fernandez after it. She got to the center. Punches it over. There's Dobry is sending it high and over the goal. Otherwise, they were almost on it again. For almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, or business needs. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and communities. By my estimation, we have maybe about 9 minutes, 8 something to go here in the first half. There's Edmondson for Sutherlin, trying to get a shot written off the ball. Mia Castillo got it out of there. Reed has it. You heard the Sutherlin coach back there. He wanted a foul. Dobry gets it ahead to Fernandez. And Fernandez control it. She's got some control. Gets her round one, gets her round two. Getting ready to fire. Goal! And so Fernandez takes it and fires it in again. Lost my pen. So Fernandez gets that one in. That's her second goal. That was scored with in about the 31st minute. 4-0 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. That pass through is just going to go harmlessly out of bounds, but St. Mary's with the big 4-0 lead over Sutherlin. They keep this up, they'll be playing somewhere on Saturday. We'll find out later tonight. Fernandez gets it twisted around. That's off the sidebar. The Medical Eye Center of Medford is helping bring you today's action. They have a wide range of eye care services for the whole family. Visit medicaleyecenter.com to learn how they might help with your vision needs. Moving into the center. Ooh. Couldn't quite get it. St. Mary's couldn't quite get a shot. That's going to be over the end line. And that's a Sutherlin ball. I'll remind you to stay tuned for the halftime report brought to you by Medford Parks and Recreation Department and PlayMedford.com. Gibbs coming in, Glasser going out as my papers are blowing away. Sport programs, sports leagues, and activities for everyone in the family are starting up again. Visit PlayMedford.com to learn more. It's gusty out here on the field, not so much away from the field, but down here on the field, and papers aren't cooperating very well right now. There's Sutherlin trying to get it out of there, and do as Mia Castillo gets it ahead. Now St. Mary's trying to get it through, can't quite yet get it past that midfield stripe. There's a whistle, and that'll go St. Mary's direction. That was close to hands. There's Dorby with, there's nobody in the goal. Fernandez. Oh, well. Magana fell on it. Tell you right, Dobry was right there. Actually, I think Magana might have gotten hit with a foot. She says she's okay. Gallardo. There they go. No, that's Edmondson. No, they don't get it ahead. Ashland will take it away. Now Ashland will knock it out of bounds. Here comes St. Mary's with it again, trying to get it off of their side of the field. Here comes Sutherlin back. Edmondson had it, but couldn't maintain control. Now gets it back. Left foot, right foot. Tried to pass it off. There's a shot. Oh, wide right. Reed was slightly out of position on that as Vermillion grabbed that. Almost had it. The bounce on the turf almost got over Reed's head. Well, did actually, but it went wide right as it did so. Bulldogs trying again to put pressure on the Crusaders. St. Mary's working to get that ball out of there. Sutherlin will just let it go out of bounds. Getting out of there was Gangneys. I call it against Sutherlin. Hatfield will boot this away. Way down there. Dobry. And Magana working at it. Magana comes up with the ball. The official wants to check. Yes, all is well in the goal. Unofficially, that we only have about a minute left here, but probably more realistically, there's about 2 or 3 minutes because there's been some stoppage here. Not much. There's a long boot through. West firing. Tipped away. Boy, I'll tell you what. They're putting a lot of pressure on Magana. She's holding up, though. Huh? That's the first name. What's the last one? Talking to the broadcaster. And here comes St. Mary's again. It's Dobry. That's Gibbs. That one's way to the left. Way to the left. St. Mary's will be trying to put the pressure on here. I estimate we have probably about a minute and a half to go. Rothfuss not going to chase it down, but no, I don't think so. Oh. Okay, that was Hanson. That touched it last for Sutherlin. There's a good block. Still got it in front of the Sutherlin net, though. Turning. Nope. Dobry can't get it. Goes past her. Way out to the midfield. And now here comes Sutherlin the other direction. Rothfuss into the middle. Getting it there to it is Dobry and passes it behind. And that will be halftime. So, at halftime, the John L. Scott scoreboard now reads that it's St. Mary's 4 and Sutherlin nothing. You're listening to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, a presentation of TableRockSports.net.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
And we welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou, a presentation of TableRockSports.net. The scoring so far in this first half belongs all to St. Mary's, as we welcome you to the SportsMedford.com halftime report, brought to you by the Medford Parks and Recreation Department. Youth and adult sports leagues and tournaments are back on. To get in the game, visit sportsmedford.com, where you can learn about the leagues and sign up. St. Mary's scored first at the 5-minute mark. These times are all approximate, so take them with kind of a grain of salt. when Gibbs scored the first goal for the Crusaders. Then about 4 minutes later, Dobry put one in, and it was a quick 2-0 lead for St. Mary's. Then Fernandez scored a couple in a row as she scored at about the 14-minute mark. That was her first. It was 3-0. Then it took quite a while for St. Mary's to get back on the board, but at about the 31-minute mark in the first half, Fernandez managed to put another one in, and it was a quick 4-0 lead for the Crusaders in this semifinal. They will take on the winner of Pleasant Valley, and I didn't look that up for you, but they will take on the winner of another semifinal game between Pleasant Valley, and I don't remember exactly who they're playing, and that'll take place later tonight up north, so it'll be a little while before we actually find out who they play. But if St. Mary's goes on to win this game, they will play Saturday sometime somewhere against somebody, as I'm real helpful with information. But that's kind of the way it's going to go right now. But these tournaments, you just never know who you get to play next because they don't tell you. So that's the way it is. But right now, on the John L. Scott scoreboard at halftime, it's a St. Mary's 4, Sutherlin nothing. As we look at the John L. Scott scoreboard, Medford, Ashland, and Eugene. You're listening to a presentation at TableRockSports.net.
Coach, or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guys! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens, called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Welcome you to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou, a presentation to TableRockSports.net. As you can see on the John L. Scott scoreboard, here we are at halftime, and it reads St. Mary's 4, Sutherlin nothing. We looked up during the commercial break who the other opponents are, and it's Pleasant Hill taking on Santiam Christian. So one of those two will move on to play the winner of this game, which at the moment would appear to be St. Mary's, as they are having another good offensive session this particular game. There's the official blowing everybody back off of the bench and back out into the field here in just a couple of minutes. We got this game started just a little bit late tonight due to a bit of a snafu, but moving along nicely at this point. And we'll see if we can keep moving nicely at this point. So we're into the second half now. As we've this 4-0 ball game. Turn around and watch the official here for a moment. We will give you a clock this half if I get it going right. And it will go down, even though I know it's supposed to go up. But down is just a little bit easier. And there it goes. We'll put it up for you so you can see about how much time is left. And there's a shot that Reed handles. As we start the second half. Right now, the Sutherlin Bulldogs putting all the pressure on. There's a shot knocked out of there, and Reed will fall on it. Ashland stopped it, gave Reed a moment to respond to. It is Vermillion that time had it going the right way. A good defense by Ashland for the Crusaders. Sutherland still has it down on the St. Mary's side of the field. I think I'm in the way. Don't worry, I'll just keep backing up until I'm not in the way. Joe Brett, the younger, I guess, in order to identify them on camera here today. Ashland heads that out of there. Sutherland really keeping the pressure on this second half, is probably compared to the first half when may have been a little more evenly split, but most of this second half to this point has been played right down here on the St. Mary's side of the field. Here they go. Nope. I'll get it stopped. There's a Dole in the middle to Gibbs. Gibbs can't do anything with it, and Sutherland will take off with it down the sideline. Now there's a now we're down to the midfield struggle. Both teams will try to get it past midfield, but not being able to do much with it if they do. There's Vermillion with it. And that's knocked down. St. Mary's playing good defense. I just went wide left, but not by much, I'll tell you that. As that shot was again Vermillion, but it wasn't off by much. I got some substitutions coming in. Coming in for is Mariah Sands. Dobry is back in and Fernandez is in. We'll get out of the way of the camera one more time. Dole just let it go out of bounds. And they've got it. Sutherland has it. Still down here on the Crusaders side of the field. That's out. Dole gets it ahead to Dobry. Dobry now But you know, can't get around it. That goes off of off of Dole. St. Mary's gets it right back. They won't do anything with it. Sutherlin will knock it out of bounds. Off the foot of Wagner that time. And off the foot of Wagner again. So the Crusaders have it. Down on the Bulldog side of the field. See if they can do anything with it. There's Gibbs. No. Magana falls on it. And that'll be a kick. Corner kick coming up for the Crusaders. Today's game is brought to you in part by My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Morning motivation, crunch in your lunch, and fuel for your road trip begins with My Circle K. There's the corner kick. Brought down by the Sutherlin goalie. We'll kick that thing out of there. A long kick, but that's being chased down by Mia Castillo. Around to Ashland. Oh, they can't get it out of there. Sutherlin all of a sudden gets control of it. There goes Vermillion. And her and Reed collide, and Reed comes out of there with the ball. Dole. It's around one. No. They thought she was passing it to Dobry, but ended up being taken by Sutherlin. St. Mary's gets it right back. Dobry trying to go to the middle. Nope. Now gets a second chance at it. Right there is West. There's Dobry with a shot, but that's just going to bounce harmlessly on the turf and be grabbed by Magana. Let's see if they can get this going the right way again. That's Dole. Grabbed out of there by Sofia Castillo. Ahead to Gibbs. Nope. That'll go back to Sutherlin. There's a long, long boot. Glasser knocks it down out of the air. There's Dole around one, going down the left sideline. Got to get it, do something quick with it, though. Got to get run into players, and boom. Right into the Ranger. Thank goodness it's there. Protected the camera. Joe Brett the Elder will be glad to hear that. And that one's going clear over the fence. Onto the track. Okay, that's not good. That leaves everybody wondering what to do next. While they figure out what to do next, I'll let you know that you can help keep Table Rock Sports in the game by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Search Table Rock Sports at youtube.com. Click on the red subscribe button to help us continue to cover the action. And we're back at it, and it's out of bounds.
Down, kick ball, Manny.
Vermillion on the run, fires it to the middle, and who's going to get it there? St. Mary's has it. Glasser with it for the moment, and Sutherlin will take it back. We're back down on the St. Mary's side of the field. Here we go. Here's West. One. She's got. And there we go. So Magana got out there and got on it. That saved that run for the moment as West was closing in. And that'll stop that. Sophia Castillo gets it out of there to Gibbs. Gibbs has it across midfield, and now she's running down the field. Can she outrun? She fires, but it isn't going to be any good. It was a shot on goal, but not enough there to get by the goalkeeper that time. Dobry takes the kick from Sutherlin. St. Mary's tries to turn the tide and get it back down there. Again, trying to get there. There's Dole. Dole can't control it. There's Sophia Castillo. To Dobry. In the middle to Gibbs. Gibbs is on the ground, but they say no foul. Keep on playing. Gagnes gets it back to Mia Castillo, and then they're going to set it up again, see if they get downfield. And out of bounds. Now we'll do some substituting as Stevens comes in for Sutherlin, and Rothfuss is in for St. Mary's. This is Dole firing, but that'll go wide. I want to go wide left. Please thank our great sponsors who make this great high school athletic action available for you, including our title sponsor, Lithia Superstore, Jeep, Dodge, Chrysler. Visit lithiasuperstore.com to find your next ride. St. Mary's tries its best to keep the ball on their side, on the Sutherland side of the field, but the Bulldogs drive it across. There goes Dobry to Gibbs to Fernandez. Fernandez gets it around to Gibbs, who's trying to outrun two, but the goalkeeper gets there first. Playing out quite a ways. I'd be afraid that if St. Mary's actually gets a good shot off, there isn't going to be anybody back there at the goal. There's Dole to Dobry. Nah, it's going to go out of bounds. Oh, I take that back. They saved it. And the Crusaders have it back, and they're moving. Here's Dobry Trying to get it over to Dole. Does. But there to knock it over the end line for the Bulldogs is Ratledge. And it'll be a corner kick for the Crusaders. Guess we aren't through running machinery yet. Getting ready to come back in as Hatfield. There goes Sutherlin on the move. That's Vermillion. And Sutherlin can't save it from going out of bounds. So it'll be a St. Mary's. No, it'll be a Sutherlin ball. They say it went off of St. Mary's as we have about 23.5 minutes left to go here. And what has been a scoreless second half. Played almost 17 minutes without a score. Sutherland's had some pressure on. There's Vermillion. Finally, the Crusaders will get that out of there. That's out of bounds off the tote board. Big old tote board that racing fans can see. There's Ashland getting it out of there. Dobry bumps it ahead, but yeah, so Sutherland's going to get, no, Rothfuss is going to come up with it. Get it over to Dobry. Dobry will fire. That just misses wide left. Not by much, and it was high enough to get over the goalkeeper, too. For almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, or business needs. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and communities. There's a fight for it down for the ball down in front of the net. Dobry comes out of there with it and sends it back. And here comes St. Mary's all the way back. Now they'll set it up. Mia Castillo to Glasser. To Sophia Castillo, back to Glasser. Oops, Glasser missed that one. They'll do it again. As a pass through, Edmondson wanted a shot. Reed kicks it out of there first. Here comes Dobry down the middle. Gets past one, not past two. Gibbs will handle it. Get it ahead to Rothfuss. No, out of bounds. Dobry to Hatfield. Sutherlin will knock it out of bounds. I believe it's Edmondson. Take it back. It's Wagner that knocked it out. Neither team really controlling the ball at the moment. Just kind of back and forth. There's Fernandez around. Fires, goal! That's a goal right there for Fernandez. And that will be the hat trick for her. Five nothing. At about the 31-30 mark, Fernandez puts in the fifth one. Down with it is way down there. Ashland trying to, now Glasser trying to get this out of the St. Mary's end of the field. And then he'll stop it. So Wagner to send this one downfield for the Bulldogs. And over the end line. For almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for home vehicle or business needs. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and communities. Sutherlin trying to find its way onto the board. They have it there right now. Edmondson. Did she get a clean shot? Nope. Dobry takes it away. And the Crusaders were headed downfield. Not so much now. There's Edmondson again. Left, right with the foot. Fired. No good. And there's a whistle. This is, I think, going to be one of those interesting situations where, yep, St. Mary's will line up. One shot coming up. Vermillion will be taking this shot. She can either try to get it in. She's got three St. Mary's players to get it over. Or, plus the goalkeeper, of course, or she can send it off to the side somewhere. She fires. Goal. So, Sutherlin is on the board. And that comes with 14:47 to go here in the first half, or the second half. That's stopped by Reed. Here comes St. Mary's, and they keep the pressure on. Nope. Sutherland's going to get it way down there. Mia Castillo will send it the other way before a Sutherland player can get there. Now here comes the Crusaders. Dobry fires it ahead. That's Gibbs chasing it down, heads it. Sutherland will take care of that. There's Dobry to Gibbs. Dobry back to Gibbs again. On a bounce, no. Going to be Sutherland ball. Fernandez to Dobry. Ahead. Fernandez chasing it down. No. No. Fernandez couldn't get there, and neither could. They're trying to find the number. I believe it was Hatfield couldn't get there either. Glasser battling with Vermillion. Glasser wins. Here. I'm going to give a kick to Sutherland right there in the middle. So the John L. Scott scoreboard stays at 5-1 for a little while as we're approaching, we're just under 11 to go. Yeah, there we go. So we approach the 69th. We're just below the 69th minute in this game. There's Dobry. That's Hatfield on the run. So the goalie comes out and takes that. Gets it out to Wagner. There's Vermillion. Over to Edmondson. Edmondson has it. Fires wide right. Wide right. Otherwise, that one was going to be in for sure. The Medical Eye Center of Medford is helping bring you today's action. They have a wide range of eye care services for the whole family. You can visit medicaleyecenter.com to learn how they might help your vision needs. I have to put all my papers back together after this one. The wind has destroyed them. There's Hatfield. Over to the middle. Oh, got intercepted by Sutherlin, but Hatfield gets a second chance. And again, nope, Sutherlin's going to get it out of there again. Maybe. West couldn't get there. Out of bounds it goes. Henson. That one off of Henson, so now St. Mary's will inbound it. This is Vermillion. Hernandez took it, but her pass was intercepted. To Wagner. A little tripping there. Both ways, they say. And it's out of bounds. St. Mary's direction. But way down there. There's Vermillion centering up and firing. And that one was even closer. It was wide right, but that was even closer than the first one. She's finding the target. Fernandez. They head to Hatfield. Stops. Back to Fernandez. Fernandez finds that there's nobody. Looking. Back into the middle it goes to Glasser. Glasser can't control it. Sutherlin will. Edmondson gets it stopped. Punched out of bounds by Mia Castillo. Well, as we approach the 74th minute, you don't want to ever say a game is probably safely done and over with, but St. Mary's has a pretty good lead at 5-1. I don't know if they're going to start making plans for Saturday quite yet over on the bench, but it's looking like that's what they're going to be doing. There's a corner kick. It's by Sutherlin. But Castillo gets that out of there and out of bounds. Sutherlin will inbound it again, so the Bulldogs keep it right down on the Crusaders' end. West West and Madison or Wagner going at it. Gallardo will kick it away. And does. Sutherlin kicks it way back down to the other end. Quickly, Reed will grab it though on 2 bounces. Sun apparently is in her eyes at this point. There goes St. Mary's. That's Hatfield. Gets by 1, fires, but that'll be stopped. Saved by the goalkeeper that time. Gallardo bangs that one out of bounds. So they'll set up for a goal kick. So the next broadcast for St. Mary's is going to come on Saturday, it looks like. We'll hang in there for a few minutes and see if we're right about that, but that's what it's looking like. Is there's only about 3.5 minutes left in the game. Gallardo takes it, gets around 1, passes it off to Hatfield. Hatfield fires. No. Edmondson with it, using the right, using the left foot, fires on the goal, and that one misses wide right. Man, she's had about 3 shots in this half, every one of them wide right. Coming in is McKinney and Stevens. Wagner and Short are out. And that's our cameraman that's getting hit. We're a little close to the action here, I'll tell you that. Hatfield gets by 1 and isn't going to get by 2. Vermillion, no, can't get it around. Sofia Castillo to inbound, and does. What's that?
So were you a goalkeeper before?
No. No. Sutherlin coach wanted to know if I'd been a goalkeeper before. Saved the equipment from getting hit by the ball. No.
Stay with it.
Like I said, we're
Come on, let's go.
probably a little closer to the action than we want to be.
Good job, Redlands!
Well, we're inside a minute to go, roughly. Approximately, there might be another minute or 2 that we don't know anything about. But and Glasser to kick it. Nope. Castilla. Nope. They got back. It's going to be Gallardo. And they finally get it all sorted out. A long kick. West was there, but was unable to get it under control. Extended playing time here that we don't know anything about, as we've reached triple zeros on our clock, but told you it was approximate and probably had another minute and a half, 2 minutes to go. Comes Edmondson trying to get inside, can't do it. Wanted to get it to Vermillion, but wasn't to be. St. Mary's knocked that one away. Trying it again. There's Vermillion with it on her foot. Can't get it twisted around for a shot. And that one goes wide left when she does get it there. And that will be the end of the game. So, as we look at the John L. Scott scoreboard, and as we look at the final, it reads St. Mary's 5, Sutherlin 1, John L. Scott in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene. You've been listening to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, a presentation of Table Rock Sports. We'll be right back with the My Circle K powered by GP Energy post-game show right after this.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love my team, I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love my team, I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Welcome back to the My Circle K powered by GP Energy post-game show, where they fuel your road trip and add crunch to your lunch. Well, St. Mary's won this one going away by a 5-1 count. They scored all of the goals in the first half. They scored the first 5 with Gibbs getting 1 in the first half, along with Dobry Fernandez getting 2 of them in the first half, and it was a quick 4-0 lead. Fernandez at about the 31-30 mark. In the second half added another one, and it was all of a sudden 4-0. Sutherlin got theirs with about the 56-minute mark, about 24 minutes to go in the game, and from there on out, it was scoreless, and it ended up being a 5-1 win for the Crusaders. What that means is that St. Mary's will play the winner of the Pleasant Hills Santiam Christian, if I can get that spit out there. That's who they will play come Saturday. So I don't know what time the game is, don't know where the game is, and can't help you out. But with that, I'm sure the Table Rock Sports will be there on Saturday. So look on the YouTube channel to find out, or better yet, go to the TableRockSports.net website, and maybe that will help you out. We take a final look at the John L. Scott scoreboard, as we would like to thank you. If I can get all of my papers organized for watching today's broadcast, we'd like to thank St. Mary's and Sutherlin for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net. As we say, the next Table Rock Sports production will be Saturday, when the St. Mary's Crusaders will be playing in the final game of this 8-team tournament. Again, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard is St. Mary's 5, Sutherlin 1. This has been a special presentation of Table Rock Sports. The executive producer is Joe Brett. And with Joe Brett, I'm Terry Ross, saying thanks for watching and good night from Dutch Brothers Soccer Complex in Grants Pass.
RBTD all my life. When we moved to Talent, that's when we purchased our house.
All those memories were in that little spot for 17 years.
Everything in that house, all our firsts, everything gone.
Now more than ever, with so many families being displaced, their kids will still be able to come to school to Phoenix and Talent because they'll be able to use RBTD.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
So your workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.